In this video, I'm going to be going over the staggered stance cabbage patch movement. So the whole focus of this movement is really honing in on engaging your deep and outer core while we have some kind of movement with the arms and we're stabilizing through the leg and through the hip. This is going to mimic, honestly, when you're out in daily life, you could be walking, someone could bump you. This is the kind of perturbation that this exercise is going to give you. So it really is applicable day to day in terms of what you're doing and kind of having external abnormal forces hit your body or you kind of get bombarded with them. So what you're going to need for this exercise is either a weight plate or a dumbbell. You can also use no weight at all, is perfectly fine. So how we're going to get started in this movement, I unfortunately don't have a weight with me, so I'm using my elephant friend. How you guys are going to set up for this movement is if I'm in a staggered stance, starting in this position, you're going to soften your knees a bit. From here, you're going to really connect with your deep core. So gently draw in that belly button towards your spine, just taking up the slack. Same thing with your pelvic floor. Once you've made these connections, you're going to keep a nice flat back and you're going to hip hinge back. So my chest is relatively parallel to the floor at this point. The goal would be if I could lift this back leg off the ground and stay nice and neutral through my hips, so my hips are parallel to the ground versus being open or closed. So what that would look like from this side, again here, unlock my knees, connect, hip hinge, and from here the goal would be, can I keep my foot off the ground and stay here? Now if you can't, keep that toe down to help you stabilize, and then a step between foot on ground and no foot is just constantly re-tapping to connect and keep you balanced. Once you're in this position, you're having your weight plate, again, or no plate at all, but from here, you're going to stay connected to your deep core, and there's two ways that you can do this. If we want to focus even more on the deep core connection and challenging that area, you're going to kind of set your shoulder blades in so they're pulled in together, they don't move for the rest of the movement, and the arms are what's going to be doing this circular motion. So from here, in my most basic form, I'm doing circles, again, keeping my shoulder blades tucked behind me, so it feels like I'm really more just moving at the elbows. Now, if I wanted to step this up and make it a little bit harder, I'm going to pull that foot off the ground, maintaining where my pelvis is at, my deep core connection, and I'm going to apply these circles again. Now, if I want to challenge, let's say, more of the hip through the leg, in this position, everything stays the same, but I'm going to let my shoulder blades be the mover of this. So notice how I almost have a bigger movement happening, and a lot of it's being driven by my shoulder blades getting pulled together, rounding out. And you could even, again, make it even harder, taking that foot off the ground. If you guys have any questions about this movement, how to apply it, please leave a comment or reach out to us directly. We look forward to catching you on our next thing.